cryptids, and then stuff about aliens.
I'm thinking, first thing we should kind of go into would be like, what is a cryptid, right?
Yes, so a cryptid is just an animal that's not nobody. There's like no evidence of, but like people have seen it. So like Bigfoot.
Okay.
Bigfoot is a cryptid because they say he's like the missing link of a human, but he's still like an animal. But there's no evidence that proves that he's real, but
Okay.
he's still considered an animal. Or like the chupacabra.
What about things like Siren Head? Stuff like that. Would Siren Head be considered
Siren
a
Head.
cryptid?
That's like a I don't know much about Siren Head, but that's more of like Slenderman, which is like a legend type of thing, like an
So
urban
you
legend.
wouldn't
Or like,
really consider that cryptid?
yeah. So
Okay.
that's more like a Bloody Mary type of thing, where it's like a
Urban legend.
or like a
gotcha.
skinwalker. Like a skinwalker isn't an animal; it's like a spirit.
So
type
you
of
wouldn't
thing.
consider that a cryptid?
Yeah.
So like
So like
vampires
cryptids are like
wouldn't be one of those
yeah,
things?
those are like I don't know what you'd consider them, like monsters or something like that.
Okay.
But cryptids are literally just like animals that just exist in the world. They don't like go around like like blah blah blah. I'm gonna suck your blood. Or, I'm
Yeah.
gonna steal your soul. Like I got a list of them if you want to hear some of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we got the Loveland Frog Man, which is just a a frog man. Um. Yeah, straight up is just a person, not a person, but a creature that looks like a frog mixed with a human, and it just kind of like walks around in the swamp and like scares people. Let's see what it says here. It stands about 4 feet tall, and it was spotted in Loveland, Ohio, in 1972. The Loveland frog legend gained attention when the Loveland police officer reported. So yeah, that's literally just a, a frog the size of a person, well, a smaller person, 4 feet.
Okay.
And so like it's not like it doesn't have any magical powers
Kind of
or
like a
anything. It's
Murloc.
literally just a frog. Yeah, from World of Warcraft.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, and like a good example of like no superpowers, no like magical powers is Loch Ness monster. They
You
just
said
think it's a dinosaur.
Ethan says Ohio is a cryptid in itself.
Ain't
That
that
right?
the fact?
What?
Ain't that the truth? I'd say like I'm pretty sure we talked about like Tennessee or something already.
Are you from Tennessee?
No, because you're
You're
the
the
only
only 10 I see.
Uh-oh. Oops.
Ohio's
Ohio
not.
isn't real.
But it's for
Really?
lovers, dude. It's gotta
Yeah,
be
man.
real.
Come on. You should know this.
He's saying it's not real.
Uh,
It's for lovers. It's real. Hey there.
let's
I
see.
know
Then we have obviously Bigfoot, aka Sasquatch. You know, just a large hairy ape man. But it's
Black
also
my
seen in the
wise.
United States and Canada
Okay.
constantly.
Well, couldn't that
So
just
like
be because there's like you were saying, it's just an
multiple.
animal, so it could just be
Yeah.
multiple different things. What about the abominable snowman? Like,
Oh, the
is
Yeti.
the Yeti? Is the Yeti like the same, or would you say it's more like just an offshoot?
I'd say honestly, this is my honest opinion on. I love Bigfoot Sasquatch,
Mm-hmm.
but I think the Yeti is more believable, just because it's this very hairy person or creature that lives high up in the mountains, and like that
You're a
has
Sasquatch, dude. You would know because you're a very hairy person. Sorry.
is that Ethan or is that me? We're both hairy people.
You're both hairy, yeah. I think
Uh,
you're the Squatch though.
I am the Squatch, dude. I meander, man. It's my walk. I just
Oh
meander.
yeah, yeah.
My meandering.
Sorry.
But I think the Yeti is more believable just because like you got Sasquatch. He's this like 8 foot tall
Mhm.
creature in the woods. But I think the Yeti has more of a chance to actually exist just because nobody ever really goes up in the cold icy mountains except for like some mountain climbers that a lot of them end up dead. Not
Yeah.
all of them. like a good majority just because they like slip, fall, and they freeze to death, or they can't get warm,
Oh, have you heard
just stuff
about?
like that.
There's like a ton of, I don't know where it is, but there's a place that people that all Yetis are Bigfoot, but not all Bigfoot are Yetis. There's there's a place. It's like what's it called? It's like a park, right? And people go
Okay,
missing there all the time. I don't know what park it is. I haven't looked anything up about it, but there's this thing where just like people will just go missing,
I'm gonna search it up.
and you can't find them. They're like they go missing, and then like they don't find the bodies either. So what I'm wondering is that the work of like a cryptid, or is that something where it's like aliens abducting? But I feel like cryptids. I don't know which I would believe is more believable. You know?
Yeah, so like cryptid, like all right, so there are some cryptids that have like a good amount of intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, Bigfoot's really smart and stuff like Mothman and all that.
So what
But
exactly is Mothman? Sorry, I don't mean to like interrupt, but
no,
I've
no,
I've heard
Mothman.
it, but I don't know who it is or what the cryptid like lore.
So I gotta read some of it because I'm not the best Mothman person. But it was first discovered in uh West Virginia.
Okay.
Take me
Okay.
home.
Yeah.
But sorry. But so Mothman is just like this giant person. I'm pretty sure it doesn't have arms. It just has wings and legs,
Okay.
and these beady red eyes. But it's just like this creature that kind of terrorizes like small towns. But it's also theorized that it destroyed like a bridge. Mothman is one of the three things West Virginia is known for. Yeah,
What are the other two?
exactly.
Huh?
I honestly don't know.
That's a question
That's
for
an
E.
Ethan thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. But
The
yeah,
McElroy
yeah. It's the
brothers.
collapse.
Didn't they come from West Virginia?
Who?
Uh, they do podcast stuff.
Oh,
They
okay.
do like my brother and me. They do the Adventure Zone. I really like the Adventure. Since been listening.
Is that the one where they do Monster of the Week?
That was one of their arcs. That was
Okay.
Amnesty. I really liked
Yeah.
Amnesty. Balance is my favorite, just because it was like their longest running, and I feel like I got the most attached to the characters. The latest arc they're on is Ether Sea, which is basically like the world had magic kind of like destroy it, right? And
Yeah. This guy Ethan.
yeah, I was just ignoring it. Yeah, but
Coal mines and you know.
but it was like one of those things where the world was destroyed by this magic, and it made the whole sea like this. It's a magical sea basically, like it's all imbued with this magic stuff. You can't really survive out of there, and so now it's this underwater ship thing where they're going
Oh,
around in a
okay.
ship, and like I've actually just started. At this point, they've ended like the season of it, and that's the point when I've gotten more attached to the characters, and I'm like, oh, I actually really want to see another season. But
Yeah.
they're taking a break and doing something else for a while before they come back for season 2 of Either Sea.
I like that one just because of the one mundane guy who's yeah, I own a cryptid shop.
Oh
The
yeah,
cryptid
yeah, Ned
I forgot
Chicane.
his name. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow, he loves my face. So
he
thank
does
you.
love your
I
face.
just got out of the shower, so like my beard's still wet, my hair's still wet. So I look nice and clean.
He does look clean. What about
Yes,
me? What
sir.
about my face? Huh?
I love your face.
I love the reflection off my
Okay.
glasses. How do I fix
Yeah,
that
it's
shit?
the same thing here. It literally covers my eyes. I don't know how to like I have my screen like as low as it can go
I
for
think I
brightness.
think if you like have the screen higher up or something, you can kind of like.
Yeah,
Or we
it's
could
as high
just
as I
do
can go.
this, dude. Just lean back and yeah,
Is it working?
it's working. I don't see a reflection.
Oh my god, Ethan, that would be
That would
so
be
sick.
awesome. Yeah.
That would be sick. Cause I got a whole list right here. Just all right, all right, all right,
Okay. Yeah.
all right.
Back
I'm gonna
back to
pick three
cryptids.
cryptids. No, 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 no. Ethan got me excited for this. We're gonna pick 3 cryptids and we're gonna come up with like their play style quick.
Mm. Okay.
We're obviously gonna do Bigfoot.
I think
We're gonna do the
Bigfoot.
Chupacabra,
Okay, sorry. Yeah, Bigfoot, Chupacabra.
and then see it's a tie between Nessie and Mothman for
I
me.
think Nessie. Nessie would just be fun.
Okay, yeah. All right,
So with Bigfoot, right? He's got to be big and burly.
yeah,
So he's got
big
these.
bruiser.
Yeah. So definitely, I imagine he's. Can't. I don't know how to equate him to anybody. Because I don't play enough fighting games to know them by name.
Dude, Therator in Mortal Kombat.
I
10. You ever played that one?
no.
Okay, so it's just this big burly like ape person that has a child riding its back.
Okay.
And so he's like this. He just like fucking smashes people.
I was
It's like,
imagining
ugh.
too. Oh wait, I think I know what you're talking about. I think I do. Like, I have played a little bit of Mortal Kombat. I just don't. I haven't didn't play it enough to really like get
Yeah.
into it.
So like, I could see him like just using his big monkey arms.
Yes. Donkey
To
Kong from Smash is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was also thinking maybe similar to in like Multiverses, which is like the newest fighting game that has people playing the
Oh.
Iron Giant. I think something
Okay.
in between like Donkey Kong and the Iron Giant, where he's like big and
That would be
burly,
good.
but like not too big. I feel like Iron Giant is just massive. It makes
Yeah,
sense.
he's really big.
It makes sense, but
He has to do stuff with like throwing rocks and screaming. Because if you ever watch the show Finding Bigfoot, there's
I
this one guy
haven't.
who's always
But
going, and
Yeah.
he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna call Bigfoot," and he just screams. And so like imagine just like Bigfoot screams, and he has like an AOE of sound around him that
Yeah,
like is like it like reflects things.
I would love to see him like go down, pick up a big rock, and then just like huck it.
Yeah, Huck it. Yeah. That would be sick, man. We need to get funded now.
I feel
It'd
like
be-
Chupacabra would be something like okay. So remember, I don't know if you played much of Soul Calibur, but they had Yoda
Played a
in
little
it
bit.
at one point.
Oh yeah.
And it was dumb. The hitbox stuff is just dumb with Yoda. But I'm imagining this short little thing that just runs around and
Okay.
basically like ankle bites. You know, like
Yeah.
does dumb little shit like that, but can jump like crazy far. So like that could be its like recovery or something where it's like it has
Yeah.
a side B and then it's like it jumps off the stage, but it can side B back onto the stage. I
That'd
think
be
that could be
pretty
really
sick.
awesome. Maybe it's grapples onto the back of it,
Yeah.
and then like bites people, and so you can keep smashing, biting, but then they have to try to like wrestle you off. Like that would be pretty fun.
Oh, Andrew, you start it for us, and
Yeah,
we'll
start a
do it.
GoFundMe. Make sure we won't get in trouble legally.
Yeah, and then we'll do it. We'll do it.
Because I don't want them to be like, excuse me, you can't do that. I'm imagining Nessie would be really fun. Where I'm imagining like a stage just like any other kind of like more like Super Smash Bros and like multiverses kind of stuff, but where
Yeah.
Nessie is like in the foreground, right?
Oh,
And it's just like the
okay.
head of it like going
Yeah,
around and like
that's what I was
biting and
thinking.
doing shit. Yeah.
See, I was thinking like, it wouldn't make sense, but like just the head comes out of like the stage, and
Mhm.
it looks like it's like
Oh.
just like a worm head sticking out type of thing, where it's just like all the moves that revolve around like smacking people with its head. trying to think of like
I like that. I think it'd be better if Nessie is unable to be like go like ring out on the bottom or something like that, or even the top where
Yeah.
it's just like in the foreground. That's kind of like the buff. So it might not have super
Yeah.
powerful attacks, but you can't get rung out on the bottom. You can only get rung out by the side. So he's just swimming back and forth, and then I'd
That'd be
imagine its
cool.
like ultimate ability would be it like jumping up and then like slamming down and coming down off the top of the screen and
That'd
just
be
hitting people.
that'd be sick.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. You know what? I got to bring in Mothman because I had a cool idea.
Okay.
So like it's really weak, but it's a quick like it has a lot of dashes and like projectiles, and then when it gets in, it just like hits really fast, but it doesn't take damage very well. Like it's very fragile. It's like a glass cannon
Okay.
kind of play style, like Mewtwo from Smash Bros.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he's all about like levitating, like teleporting and stuff. but the Mothman's all about like flying around the stage and like using like its wings to send out like
Ooh, yeah, like gusts of
air.
wind to like
Yeah,
push people back. That'd be
yeah,
really
it'd be
good.
sick. It'd be super cool.
What other cryptids are there? You got a whole list, right?
Yeah, some of them, gonna be honest, I can't pronounce some of them because some of them I never even
Sure.
heard of. But some of them I have, like the Mongolian death worm, literally just a giant worm
Okay.
that
Is it sort of like
hangs out.
Tremors?
Huh?
Have you seen the movie Tremors?
Oh, of course I have. I've seen every single one, even
Yeah.
the poo poo
Oh.
garbage Netflix ones. Sorry, Netflix.
Wait,
You're
hold up.
perfect.
There's Netflix ones? Are they new?
Yeah, yeah. It's like it's the seventh movie or something like that.
7? I thought they only had like 3.
No, they got like
I
seven.
thought they had
I
3 and a
I'm
TV show.
no, dude. They got
I
a
loved
bunch
the
of them.
TV show, dude.
I didn't even know there's a TV show.
Oh, the TV show. I'm pretty sure it was a TV show. I might be wrong, but pretty sure. It was great though.
Yeah, we got
It's part of my
Tremors 4,
childhood, though. So
Tremors 5,
stop,
then a Cold Day
please
in Hell,
stop.
and then it just came out with one in 2020, Shrieker Island TV
Isn't
show.
was the
Is
Shrieker the
there a TV
ones that
show?
were like? No, those were ass blasters.
Yeah. Weren't the Shriekers the ones that were like they're just like chickens? They're like as
No,
small as a
those were
chicken.
ass blasters because they
I
would
thought the
like.
ass blasters were the flying ones because they'd fart to fly.
Yeah, but I thought ass
But
blasters
there
were
were
like
chicken
chicken
ones.
looking. There were other
They
ones.
were. Yeah, they were like small, like actual chicken ones. The
Hmm.
ass blasters were like
Oh, they were big.
velociraptor
Yeah,
size.
dude, I
Yeah.
loved the ass blast. And they used practical effects for a lot of their
Oh
stuff.
my god, it was so
So
good.
good, so
Now
good.
they're starting to do only CGI, which is very
Oh,
upsetting. The first movie was awesome. I love the first movie.
oh yeah.
The first movie is so good.
So I feel like a lot of times how movies go is you have the first movie, which is good. Then the second movie
Yeah.
tries to capitalize on how good the first one was, so it's never
Yeah.
quite as good. And then the
Yep.
third comes around and usually ends up like bringing it back, kind of like a revival of the series. It's usually like better. And then after that, it
Yeah.
just kind of, in my opinion, they start going downhill. You know?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
It's
At
like
least with
good
original
things just
stuff.
need to end.
Because I
Yeah.
feel like with Harry Potter and like Lord of the Rings and stuff, it's like they're solid all around. But that's because you have great source material.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. But sometimes you can take good source
100%
material and run it into the ground, like Aragon, which
True.
like I personally liked the movie, but that's because I've never read the book, and like
Yeah.
it might have been corny and kind of dumb at times, and like not that great of a movie. But to me, I'm like it was fun for me to watch,
Yeah.
so I enjoyed it. But we have a giant worm.
The
Don't
giant
know.
worm. We got a lot of like monkey people, like
Monkey.
skunk ape, like skunk ape.
Is
Well,
that
more
just
like
a
ape
skunk
people.
and an ape put together?
So it's just stinky Bigfoot
Stinky bit.
that lives in Florida
Okay, isn't that
in
just
like
like
the
every Florida
swampy
man?
areas. But yeah, pretty much. So there's another one. This one I know. This one I've known for a while, but this one just doesn't make sense to me. Just because like cryptids are supposed to be like just oh yeah, just animals. Like I'm pretty
Okay.
sure they confirmed that chupacabra was real. It was a mixture of two animals that was like a very rare like offspring of like a
Oh,
coyote and a wolf or something like that.
okay. So, but that
Uh,
doesn't mean it was a chupacabra necessarily. That was just like
yeah, that's what they think the chupacabra is.
okay,
It's like an offspring of these two animals because they didn't have fur and stuff, and somebody has like a stuffed dead chupacabra. That's what they say it is, at least. Like there's pictures of this creature. It's really spooky,
is
and like
it
they
like
caught it.
so it's a real thing. It's not like the whole mermaid thing where they just took the bones
No,
of
no,
like
it's
a
like a real
fish and
thing.
stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like a real thing.
Okay.
Um, so like the pictures, if you search up chupacabra, it's just like this alien with like huge bug eyes. But then like
Hmm.
you look up the stuffed chupacabra, and it looks like a really gross looking like hairy, oversized chihuahua almost. It's kind of gross. But this cryptid doesn't make sense to me because you ever heard of the Jersey Devil?
I have heard of the Jersey Devil. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but I have heard of it.
So the Jersey Devil is a like half goat, half horse, half devil bat creature, and it
Goat,
stands
horse,
on two legs. And like
goat.
the picture of it, I bet if you saw a picture of it, like the artwork
Hmm.
they drew for it, and you'd be like, "Oh, I've seen this before." But they say it's the 13th child of this mother who had a bunch
Okay.
of like obviously had a bunch of kids, but the 13th child was cursed or like
Oh yeah,
cursed
seen this.
by the devil. And as soon as she gave birth to it, it started flying around the room and then flew out the chimney. And it's just like, and it's just a creature that flies around, and it's just like terrorizes New Jersey and Pennsylvania.
Another
But
reason not to go to New Jersey.
yeah, but like the thing is, it's just like it's unless I have the description of cryptid wrong, which I don't think I do. Um,
We could look
it's
up the
just
cryptid description, right?
yes, I'm gonna do that right now because I'm pretty sure the definition of cryptid is uh
An animal such as Sasquatch or the Loch Ness Monster that has
yeah
been claimed to exist but never proven to exist. Contrary to
yeah.
popular belief, cryptids don't have to be supernatural, mythical, or even all that strange. But many popular creatures acquire these characteristics as legends. So it is something
So
that's
I
like,
guess it can be magical.
so like I think that that would then mean that there's a potential for vampires to be considered cryptids, but I feel like nowadays not really. Just because like people back in the day used to be like, oh yeah, that's a vampire. I've seen this or I've seen this, and maybe ghosts could be considered cryptids, but then that seems weird because it's labeled as an animal. So
Yeah.
it does make me think that there's like certain constructs and things like Siren Head. Siren Head's just like this big siren tower that like walks around and it's just gangly and very
Yeah.
skinny.
Like I don't know I don't know if it's like considered one because has anyone ever is that did it come from like sightings or is it just something they made up like
No, it's
SCPs?
something that's made up. So I don't think any of that would be considered cryptid.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 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 So it's got to have like this belief that it is real. Like
Yeah.
this is real. Like people believe it, and like it's not just people messing around. It's just like yo, like Bigfoot. I keep going back to him. He's my favorite. Like Bigfoot, there you got a huge like just society of just Bigfoot believers and like you can go on Discord, search up not Discord, Reddit, and join in like a subreddit of just Bigfoot believers, and they all talk about Bigfoot. I'm like, yeah,
Oh
I
yeah.
believe in Bigfoot. I've seen him
I mean,
and
there's
stuff
whole
like that.
shows about it.
Yeah, exactly. Like imagine if like all the SCP stuff. I don't know if you've ever done anything or read anything about SCPs.
I used to have a friend group where one of them he would like he loved them like so much so
Yeah.
that he had memorized a lot of the numbers and a lot of the lore, and I'm like,
Jeez, there's
yeah,
so many.
yeah, he was
There's just
so
so
into
many.
them. And then
I mean, don't get me wrong, they're cool. I've done some research on SCPs because it's very interesting to think about. But I'm not that big into
well,
them.
I think it's just something where sometimes it scratches an itch for some people where it's like
Yeah,
this very very in-depth kind of lore and idea, and I think
yeah,
that's fine. He would read them to another one of my friends so it could help her fall asleep, which I thought was insane because to
yeah. I don't
me
know how because some of
I
them are
wouldn't be able to
really
sleep.
creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them are really creepy. Like the one where like it's kind of like a weeping angel from Doctor Who, where
Mm-hmm.
if you aren't looking at it, it gets closer, and like if you blink, it'll come get closer.
Yep.
But like it moves so fast that like one blink it snaps your neck.
Yep. I
Or
know
like
about that one. There's some that are like not even that bad, right? Like they're not creepy at all. They're just
Yeah,
very
they're just
normal.
weird.
Yeah. And I
Yeah,
kind of think that's a really cool aspect to it as well, where I feel like there's a lot of these like lores and worlds where it's just this creepy thing and it's all just super creepy, where I'm like, where's the normal stuff? Because like in
yeah,
life, yeah, we have a lot of creepy things and crazy stuff like serial killers, like fucking sociopaths, like all these other things that like it's kind of crazy what some people do in this world. But then we
yeah,
also have
100%.
this very normal average people. So I can
Yeah,
imagine in a world filled with like cryptids or like supernatural things, you're gonna have like not all ghosts are gonna be haunting people, right?
yeah, hmm
Like that's all we hear about though, and maybe we're just hearing because it's like the confirmation bias thing where we expect there to be hauntings of ghosts, and that's all we expect. That's all we find.
yeah,
But there's got to be normal ghosts out there if ghosts exist that are just trying to chill and live their best life.
yeah. Just hang out. I listen to a lot of like Reddit stories of like people with like ghost encounters, and like not all of them are like the ghost threw me up against the wall, and I was so scared. And it's just like some of them are like, yeah, like we just have like a kid ghost that like once in a while you hear a kid like laughing and running upstairs,
Yeah, that's creepy.
and then
That's
like
terrifying.
a ball will fall down the stairs, and it's just like the kid's just trying to have fun type of thing. But to us, it's creepy, and like some Reddit stories, like yeah, I've never felt really threatened. Like once in a while, I'd hear a door open when I'm trying to sleep, but like I just asked the ghost to stop, and it never happened again.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say, if that ever happened to me, I would be terrified. I couldn't. I wouldn't
Yeah,
be able to sleep. I'd be like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
yeah. But like, you know, hey ghost, will you stop? And the ghost is like, yeah,
Yeah.
dog, I will.
Yeah.
So like,
Hey,
it's not
bro.
just like,
I need you to pay rent. On the
yeah,
first of the
can you
month,
do that for
please.
me?
Cause
Yeah, give me some ghost bucks, please.
Ghost bucks.
And
The
like,
only thing you can
it's
use
just
at Ghost
interesting.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
imagine. That's why once in a while the Chuck E. Cheese animatronic goes crazy is
Mm-hmm.
because all the ghosts are also watching the Chuck E. Cheese, and so one of them gets
Exactly.
mad.
There's like a
One of them gets mad,
retirement
and
party for the ghosts. They all
yeah,
went to Chuck E. Cheese.
oh, during a kid's birthday, so the kid's like,
Exactly.
"Mommy, I'm cold."
Actually, so one of my family friends, they used to have this like ghost. I don't know what they used to call it, but there would always be like this thing where this is the closest thing I've gotten to like a ghost encounter, and I don't even consider it like really ghost because I personally don't believe in that stuff. I have a different theory on it all, but
Okay.
my closest thing would be that there was this house that had like this ghost regularly in it, and I will say this, it's very weird that this one room we would walk through, and there were just times when you would smell perfume. You
Oh,
would just
that is
smell
weird.
like this very specific very thing, and nobody would wear perfume in the house. So it's
Yeah,
like you walk through, smell this very strong smell where it's like they've lived there for 20 years or something like that, and
yeah.
it's insane to me that that happens. My personal theory on ghosts is that they're not real. That's like my theory. My theory is that there's that whole idea of ley lines, where the
Okay.
barrier between the spiritual world and the physical world are weakened, right? And that's the idea of ley lines, is that it's like
Oh, my glasses.
closer to a bridge between our world and theirs. I think that ley
Okay.
lines exist, but it's just a weaker barrier between our dimensions. I
Okay.
believe because there's multiple dimensions, right? And we're all vibrating at a certain frequency. And that's why things are physical to us, because those things, like our table, our desk, our our monster cans, they're all vibrating at the same
Her
frequency.
monster cans.
Exactly.
Did
But
you just look at a monster can?
I have
Okay.
one, yeah, yeah. But yeah, they all vibrate at the same frequency, which is why they're physical to us. Because if they were vibrating at a different frequency, they would be pretty much imperceptible. And I
Okay.
believe these ley lines, like this is just personal belief, it's not backed by anything. But I believe
Yeah.
that these ley lines are kind of like areas in the world where our vibrational energy is either a little bit faster or a little bit slower, and another dimension's vibrational energy little bit slower or faster, like the inverse of ours, they kind of start to meet up a little bit. So what I believe is that like when we have these ghost encounters, we're not encountering a ghost from our time. We're encountering like the people or the smells or the sounds from another dimension.
Oh, okay, that's very interesting.
That's kind of like where I come from, just because I I just don't really believe in the whole like people sticking around after they're done. Like
Yeah,
the
I
lore
get
is
you.
that if you have unfinished business, you stick around, right? But then it's
Kind
like,
of.
why don't we see people from modern day haunting, right? It's always these old Victorian people. Either it's all just old Victorian, or some people die, they're ghosts, and then
And they're like,
suddenly
yo,
other
I'm gonna wear a
ghosts,
top hat.
exactly, other ghosts are like, hey, you wanna fuck with these people? Here,
People like,
put on these
yeah,
clothes,
well,
put on these
yeah.
clothes.
I mean, like some of them, I feel like I get what you're saying. I personally believe in ghosts. I believe in like an afterlife and type of stuff. But I feel it's more like definitely people not being able to pass on, but also um people, they got unfinished business, or they just don't want to leave yet. They're like they're just not ready to accept what happened, type of thing.
Okay.
And like if you're like when people pass away and they got like regrets and stuff, some people, they always say like after you pass, you kind of just like forget, and like you forget some things, or like it's just a part of your personality that takes over, type of thing. So like you got that anger, so a lot of that's where some ghosts become like poltergeists. Or is
Yeah.
it there's like another version of them. But like I've, or who knows, it could just be what you're saying. Like it's all just random stuff. Like I've had a ghost experience, like straight up like an actual one. So it's just really interesting to think about, because like we my mom has also had one at our old house,
Okay.
where she saw a picture of
Well,
this, the old
I'm
what were you
just
gonna say?
thinking maybe we should hold off till Halloween.
True.
Not saying
Let's stop talking about ghosts.
we gotta stop talking about ghosts. Yeah, gotta
We
get
do,
back to
we
the
do.
cryptids, right?
The cryptids or the aliens.
Aliens. I like aliens. Let's jump to aliens quick.
So I always asked, I always talk about aliens constantly,
Mm-hmm.
but my question I always ask people is, how would you react if just one day you look up in the sky and it's just like thousands of just spaceships in the sky? Because
Probably. Sorry.
so they say, like, uh, if people, like, if a race of aliens are
Mm-hmm.
traveling through space right now, they, like, as they keep like growing, they're gonna get faster and faster at it. So one day they'll just appear at light speed, and boom, in our like on our world or in our atmosphere, there's just spaceships. And I just always like I've always asked people what they would do if just one day you look up at the sky and there's like spaceships in the sky, like Star Wars, like Episode 3. You know when they're fighting
Mm-hmm.
and like Obi-Wan and Anakin are just like, oh my god, they sent the droids at us, and they like all fighting in the spaceships and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Just people can see that from that planet,
Mm-hmm.
like, and like when the ships crash into the planet and stuff. Just imagine one day, just something like that's happening up in the sky. Like, how would you react?
I think it would be similar to when my car was on fire, where it's this disbelief and denial that's even happening, right? It's
Yeah,
like it would feel like a dream, and I think it would take a while for me to get past that. Where I think I would
yeah,
just be like, "Oh, this is just a dream." I'd probably end up going into shock, right?
yeah,
Where it's just you're just sitting there, kind of like, I don't know what's going on, right? It's kind of dead
yeah.
to the
It's
world.
just it's crazy.
Yeah, like I cannot, like that is the legitimate reaction I think I would have. I'm not like some like people like, oh, what would happen if there was a zombie outbreak? Oh, what would you do? Me personally, I'm like, I'd probably be watching the news and then staying the fuck inside.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I do.
legitimately, like, yeah, some people might be going crazy, but I think there's a lot of people that would just stay inside, just like the pandemic, right? When the
Yeah,
pandemic hit, everybody was like hiding in their houses basically. They were afraid to like go out. They didn't want to get it. All the stuff. Nobody knew what was going on. I think that would happen if we had aliens or zombies, where the majority of people are going to be hiding away, and
hundred percent.
the preppers are just going to be in their bunkers or something. Like, I don't think they're even going to go out. And these people that talk
Yeah,
about going around killing things, like, they have one interaction with an alien, they'll probably end up getting killed.
yeah,
And
100%. Like, um, recently the government has just been straight up showing
mm-hmm.
like, yo, UFO. We don't know what this is. There's news articles. It's just like they're taking UFOs as a threat now. Like all this stuff.
What
It's
do you
just
want to
crazy.
bet? Like, think about it this way. I believe that there's a certain amount the government is willing to give us because they have way bigger secrets that they're keeping, right? So
Yeah,
I believe that they're showing this stuff and they're declassifying it because it's been so long or whatever. But I think they have way more knowledge about UFOs than they're kind of letting on.
oh for sure, dude. You ever heard of the Roswell UFO crash?
Yeah, of course. Everyone has.
Like it's just like crazy about how like some of the eyewitnesses just
Hmm.
got so detailed with this stuff, and then all of a sudden it's they're saying like weather balloon. Yeah, it's a weather balloon, and people had like actual evidence. Like people took something from the crash, and like they had like metals
Hmm.
that they would like crinkle and destroy, and then after they let go of it, after putting pressure on it, it would just return back to its normal shape. Kind of like the paperclip that you put hot water in,
Hmm.
and it
Because
will
that's like a
go
special
back.
metal that can like keep
Yeah,
its shape,
and so
which
like
I think that would make a lot of sense to build spaceships out of. Like, legitimately.
yeah,
You
hundred
get
percent.
you run into some asteroid, it gets dented, it just goes whoop right back to the way
Yeah,
it was.
exactly.
Yeah.
And like, um, I was talking to a buddy yesterday, and uh, we were talking about like,
Not me.
no, it was you.
Yeah, I
It
know.
was when I went and saw the Dragon Ball Z movie.
Oh
We were
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah,
this,
yeah. Sorry, sorry.
and no, you good. And we were talking about how like the 1% in
Hmm.
America for sure, um, definitely has like technology that's like 20 years in advance or 30
Yeah.
from now. So like back he told me that they were using touchscreens back in Vietnam. And did touchscreens came out in like the early 2000s, right?
Honestly,
Like
I don't know,
good
man.
touchscreen?
Like, think about it this way: the government's had access. The government had the internet because that's where the internet came from. Was the government?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
made the internet before the internet was a thing. So like, I can totally see them having stuff like way better. They've got stealth bombers and stuff like that that we don't even know
Yeah.
about.
Dude, they
So,
have my buddy told me that they have guns that can shoot around corners.
oh well, I mean,
Like
like with the barrel that kind of like goes.
yeah, something like
Yeah,
that, but
yeah.
like
Like
it
I,
works good. Like it's like
when you say shoot around
the
corners, do you mean like you shoot a bullet and then it goes down and then it goes over, or do you mean you take the gun and you like cock it to the side? Because I've seen those guns. They're one of the coolest things ever. They basically can either go one way or like the other, and they have a little screen on them with a camera on the front. So you stick it around the corner and go, and you can look around the corner. Oh
yeah. Like just think about that. It's crazy.
yeah, I think that's one of the
Like
cooler things that they've come up with. I just can't wait until we
like
get to the point that we move past guns and we're all just fighting like Xena, like the warrior princess, and we're just throwing discs around. Like, I think that would be pretty cool.
dude, I honestly think if anything's I don't think we'd get that far, honestly. I really don't think I think we'll probably destroy ourselves.
Oh, most definitely, dude. Like, I was talking with Clark last night, and we were mentioning how climate change and stuff like that. And I think, like, eventually, the world has this natural cycle with the climate, right? And the
Yeah.
issue is that we are speeding it up. So
Yeah.
it's like we're gonna hit an ice age at some point. It's gonna suck
Yeah.
for
Oh,
everyone.
dude.
But like,
Uh
he's not even afraid of it. I'm not even that concerned. Granted, we'll be dead before then, but we don't even
Oh,
think that the
100%.
human race will be around because nuclear
No.
war, dude. We're just gonna blow ourselves up.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
So, if you think about it, I don't think like I agree with you guys that like we're speeding it up. I don't think we're destroying like we are hurting the planet.
Yeah.
But in how long the planet has been like a thing and alive, not alive, but like made.
Yeah.
An ice age. We were alive during the ice, like the end
Hmm.
of an ice age. So like we've only been alive for like
We've
a
been
couple.
alive for a tiny fraction. Like the world
Yeah,
will not end by any means,
yeah,
but the human
like
race, that's the concern. Where like the
yeah,
top 1% or the top 5% of the world are probably gonna be living underground in these bunker things and staying warm.
fallout.
Exactly. There's like tons of stuff where I believe that's what's going to happen, but
Yeah,
I don't think things are going to totally end. I just think we're making the situation worse because with huge climate change, right? We're going to lose crops.
hmm
We're going to have issues of like things getting so hot that things aren't growing and people are dying of heat stroke and all this other stuff.
yeah.
Um
We are just we we are just like we started at the end of an ice age, so we don't know what comes after an ice age type of thing.
Probably
Like
like a big heat thing
yeah, big heat wave. It's
and
like
then an ice age, like a heat age.
it's like just long. It's like really long winter and summer that we don't really like uh experience. It's like the planet's
Have you
version
ever
where
played
the whole thing goes into like a
Don't
snow age.
Starve?
Yes, I played. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I was imagining like you know how you're in the fall prepping for like winter and you're in the spring prepping for summer. I feel like
yeah.
that's kind of what we're at. We're at the
We're
point where
at
we're
we're in the
prepping.
spring.
We're just trying to yeah, we're trying to survive that heat.
Okay,
That's how it
dude. Now
feels.
you made me think of a game.
Hmm.
Uh, Lost Planet. You ever heard of that game?
That's the one where you run around fighting these big giant monster things with the glowing
Yeah, in the
parts. Oh,
snow.
it's so good. Yeah, it's
And you have to
great.
collect orange goopy stuff to
Hmm.
keep you warm and stuff.
I only ever really played the multiplayer aspect of that, like when I would
Yeah,
be at my
same here.
grandpa's with my cousin. We take turns going back and forth, and dude, I loved it. I just
Dude, it was
the
epic.
whole art style was, I think, very unique and very just cool because of the
Yeah.
fact that it's so like white. It's so this one thing, and I think Lost Planet 2 had like more jungle-esque stuff to it, where
Yeah, where it was coming out of that snow age,
yeah,
the
yeah,
ice age.
which I think it was like an interesting move, but I really like the aesthetic of like blinding
The
white
snow.
stuff, and then you have these
Yeah,
creatures. I'm like, oh, that's so cool.
that live in it and shit.
Hmm.
And like you have to kill them to get the orange essence.
Yeah,
Yeah, that game was sick.
it was really good. Yeah, that's what I'm telling
I
you, man. We're gonna have like a retro game night kind of thing, where
true.
because to me that game is now like retro. It was
Oh
on what,
yeah,
the PS3, like
PS3 and Xbox 360.
it's so long ago. It's insane.
Yeah,
So long ago.
even though it
10
feels
years.
like it was just like a couple years.
No, no, it's like 10
Yeah,
years at least.
it's
At
crazy.
least, dude. Wait, when was the PS3? When did it come out? Because I thought that was like a launch title for the PS3.
I think it may have. I think. Oh god.
2006, dude.
Oh my god, that's almost 10 years ago.
What do you mean by almost, dude?
It was more than 10 years ago. What?
16 years ago, dude. 16
Monkey.
years ago.
My brain is fried.
We're in 2022.
Almost 10 years ago.
Almost 10 years.
Oh my god. I'm chimp, dude.
Let
I'm
me look at
chimp.
Lost
I be
Planet.
squatching, man. I be squatching.
Okay, Lost Planet was in 2010. So Lost Planet, it's been 12 years.
Oh my god. I
Hmm.
remember playing it as a demo, fighting a giant six-legged salamander
Oh
thing.
yeah, and the worst
And
part is, if we ever played it, we're gonna look at it and be like, oh my god, it looks
okay,
terrible.
this
It looks
game's
so
garbage.
bad. Yeah. But yeah,
I
we
gotta
should
look
definitely
at
have
this.
some retro game night where we just kind of like make a list of games where we can just play. We could just play one of them, or we could play
Oh, they
all
had
of
Lost
them.
Planet 3? I thought it was only
Yeah,
Lost Planet 1 and 2.
I remember them coming out with three, but I feel like the hype around Lost Planet started to die down. Um, I can't explain exactly why, but I
Oh,
just
dude,
feel
I
like it
forgot
was
that you
great
rode
when it came
mechs and stuff.
out.
You straight up controlled mechs? Dude, oh my god. I'm looking at pictures right now because I needed to look at this.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
You ever played Bulletstorm?
Bulletstorm. I've
Yeah.
heard of it. I've never played it. What about Infamous? Just real quick,
I
because
played a little bit of Infamous.
Infamous 2 came out in 2011. So I feel like when Infamous was like hitting its peak, I feel like that's when like Lost Planet was starting to like die down a little bit. At least
Yeah.
for me personally.
Oh, dude, I see where my love for like giant monsters and like eldritch, like cosmic, like creatures come from. From all these games I used to play,
hmm We are
like Lost
shaped
Planet, Dead Space.
by our environment, you know.
Yeah. Oh my god. I shouldn't have played these games. I'm a freak. Oh my god, it's so cool.
um, what do you what do you think? Like, let's just jump back to aliens quick, right? Because
All right, all right.
I think part of the aliens, the
Shoot
aspect of
inside.
it is when they if they do invade, if there is other aliens, if they do appear, right? It could be
Invade or are they just appearing?
well, like they just appear, but like you don't know
Okay,
if they're gonna invade. You don't know their intentions, right? That was kind of
true.
the plot a little bit of District 9, right?
Dude,
How
District
it
9 was so
appeared.
good.
It's a great film, so good. But they just appeared, right? And then people didn't know what was happening. They were afraid it was gonna invade. That's why there's the whole like the fence. They're in this one
Yeah,
district, and they're like because they're afraid.
District 9.
Exactly, yeah. And I think the fear of people in general is what's going to drive the force of them trying to fight against these aliens, whether they be friendly or not. Um,
Yeah. So I had I don't know if it's okay to talk about it on stream. It's not like bad. Just in high school,
okay.
um, in my English class, I loved my
I'm a
English
little
teacher. She was
concerned now,
awesome.
but continue.
She was awesome. She's such a good teacher. But she's like she would a lot of her topics um were racism. She she was a black woman. She was awesome.
Okay.
Favorite teacher of all time. And she would talk about racism a lot because like the books we would read.
Well, that
And
it also makes sense because it's a systemic issue.
yeah.
Yeah.
And one day she talked. She just asked the class a question, and I was the biggest class clown, obviously. So
Yeah.
like I would joke around and like say all this dumb stuff. And she goes, "All right, everyone. Like I want to talk to everyone who did today about like how we could end racism and how like an idea of ending racism." And everyone like you got the smart preppy kids saying this. You got other people saying this and this and blah blah blah. And I raised my hand and everyone's like, "Oh god." I was just like I was like, before you guys all like shit on me, listen. Uh, I think the best way to end racism is having aliens attack the world. And she goes, "What?" I was like, "No, hear me out. Listen. If
yeah.
we I related aliens to World War II, and I was like, if aliens attacked us and they were killing everyone, no matter who you are, like a Mars attack, everyone's gonna hate the aliens. So nobody's gonna hate each other. They're all gonna hate the aliens. Just like in World War II, everyone was hating
Yep.
Germany for a little bit because Germany was doing very bad things. So everyone was like, "Hey, these aliens are a bunch of buttheads.
Yeah.
Let's hate them together." So everyone's hating on the aliens, and everyone's working together to hate the aliens, to try to
Mm-hmm.
fight back the aliens, kill the aliens. And then my English teacher was like, "No, that's actually like a really good idea."
Yeah.
But like
What's a good
obviously we couldn't
idea?
sit
Yeah.
there and talk about aliens. Like so she brought it back to like World War II, and
Mm-hmm.
like everyone had like a target to hate together. Which
Yeah.
I think humans, no matter what, they're gonna hate something
I
or
think
someone.
so. I've always felt, personally, that we as people are more unified by negative experiences than positive
Yeah,
experiences. Like, I
100%.
understand the idea of not wanting anything bad to happen. I'm not saying you should have anything bad happen. But I
Yeah.
think for me, one of my friends, Christian, we had a class first semester of college, and it was 2D design, and I hated it so much. I didn't like the teacher, didn't like the class, didn't like the teaching style, all this shit.
Yeah.
And me and him went through hell together. It felt. It's just one of those things where I feel like that kind of started the bond of us being
Hmm.
together. Similar to the reason why I like the idea of having bananas and mustard, right? It's disgusting. It's terrible. I hate it. It's not a good thing. But if you do that with other people and you do it together, or you eat something disgusting together, I think it unifies you even for just that small
Oh
moment.
yeah.
Because
Yeah,
then,
yeah, yeah.
even if something happens, you'll always have bananas and mustard. You know?
And everyone's gonna hate them.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Everybody
Man,
hate.
mustard's
It's
so
gross. It's so
disgusting.
gross. It's so gross, dude. Don't do it. Unless we
We
gotta
should.
do
Oh,
something different. It can't be bananas and mustard because I've already done that with like 2 or 3 groups. Like if I start doing it over and over again, it's all just gonna muddy together.
dude, to be honest, like when it comes to food, I like a lot of like combinations. I'm not
So
gonna lie.
I think there's weird subsections to food where there's food that's good when you're sober, and there's food that's good when you're. That's because you don't know what you're
That's
tasting, and
facts.
that's just what you're having a great time. Because my friend and I, we were very drunk one night. Then we were trying to figure out what we were gonna eat. We were super hungry, and all
Yeah.
we could find were like Ritz crackers, um, barbecue sauce,
Dude, that
and
sounds
like
good already.
and cheese.
Yeah, dude, that sounds good. What do you
You
mean?
say that. It is so gross. It was not good tasting. We microwaved the cheese on the Ritz crackers in the microwave, took it out, put barbecue sauce on it. We loved it. The next morning
Dude,
after we woke up, I'm like, okay, hear me out. I'm like, we gotta try that again. Because if it's good, then we know that it's good. And we can eat it whenever we want. If it's bad, we know that's because we were drunk. Well, it only tasted good because we were drunk. I'm telling you now. It was not a good
dude, I bet
combination.
it's. I bet it's so good.
No. If you like it, you're kind of a garbage can. Like, let's be real.
Here, here. I will tell you something that will make you be like, "You're disgusting," because
Okay.
Darren thinks I'm disgusting because I eat this.
Alright.
So I used to eat in the morning. I would toast up some bread and
Mm-hmm.
then I'd butter it. All right. Um, I put on one slice of toast. I put on some peanut butter. Then I
I
let
think
that sit
you've
for a
talked
second. I
about
go
this.
make some scrambled eggs.
Yeah.
All right.
And you put
I
ketchup.
make the scrambled eggs, and then I put the eggs on the peanut butter toast, and then I'd put ketchup on top of the
Yeah.
eggs, and then make a sandwich.
That sounds
That
disgusting. Yeah.
it is so good.
So
Like never had. I've only had it sober, so
I think
and I
what we
know it's good.
have to do is we have to have the parts of the sandwich, right? I think we each this is what we should do. Next time people are over, we're gonna have peanut butter and ketchup in a like put
Both together?
well yeah, we're gonna put peanut butter and then ketchup on top of the peanut butter and then eat it. And I wanna see what it's like because that could be disgusting.
Nah, dude, it's actually really good.
You say that, but that's why we're gonna try it. If it's really good, then we'll know.
You gotta eat the whole sandwich though, like the eggs and
No,
stuff.
no, 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 because that
All
might actually make it taste okay. I want to know if peanut butter and ketchup go together. Because it sounds disgusting.
so from the sandwich, all right. This is what I got from the sandwich. I've never had just peanut butter and ketchup together,
Yeah.
but when in the sandwich, what I really liked about it, it wasn't just ketchup and peanut butter at the same time. For some reason, it would be like peanut
Like
butter, and then you
separates
get the
it.
ketchup. Yeah, it
Yeah.
like separates itself. So it was like you never got like this weird mixture flavor.
It
It
just
was just,
sounds gross. Like, I
dude,
understand it
it's so
might
good.
not be bad, but it sounds disgusting.
Oh, it's so good.
I'm gonna be real.
Like I had Darren's brother Jordan try it,
What
and
did you
he
think?
loved it.
Really?
He loved it. Yeah,
Do you
he
use
loved it.
creamy peanut butter or crunchy?
Creamy.
Okay.
But you don't put like a lot of peanut butter. You don't put like a spoonful. You just try to get it all over the toast.
So it's just
So like
like
you
a
try to spread it
light.
evenly. Yeah,
Okay.
and a light ketchup. You never like people always think I drown all my stuff in ketchup. I put like a drizzle of ketchup because it's just like a nice little like extra flavor. It's just like
Well,
when people put pickles on on
Ooh,
like a burger. Like you don't throw a bunch of
those
pickles,
are
you throw like
great.
2 or 3.
Those are great, dude. They're so good. I don't know people who don't like pickles. I don't get it. I,
The pickles are great,
dude, I hate
but you don't see them
tomatoes.
throwing a lot of pickles on a burger.
No,
You
you
see
don't.
them like throw 2 or 3.
Yeah, because that's all you need. And like,
Yeah,
I personally don't like tomatoes, so I just don't. I won't eat them plain. I hate it. But
I don't like tomatoes.
I just started getting lazy because I hated ordering my food without tomatoes. Like burger, no tomato, and then like it would come and it'd have a tomato, and then I'd have to go through this whole rigmarole of like telling them, "Hey, it has a tomato in it," and then I just didn't want to do that anymore. I said, "I'll just try it with the tomato." That shit was great.
I do the same thing.
It's so
Yeah,
good. And I'm like,
yeah,
wait, what? I hate tomatoes. Why does this taste actually like kind of good? And if I got just the tomato in a bite, disgusting. Hated it.
yeah.
But
I
everything
agree.
together. So I can see it matching up where you have a little bit of ketchup, a little bit of peanut butter, and it will all just meld together and be like good. But at the same
Yeah, I
time,
agree.
I still want to try peanut butter and ketchup, dude. I think it'll be an experience. Not a good one, but it's an experience.
It's good, dude. Well, not I'm talking about the sandwich, not the
Yeah,
ketchup and peanut butter.
yeah. So
I
that's why
think
we
it's
have to
really good.
try it.
We'll try it Sunday.
Yes. You want to bring
I'll make
creamy
it.
peanut butter?
Yeah,
Oh, I mean,
I'll
you're gonna
bring
make the
it.
whole sandwich? No, 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 no,
Yeah, no,
no,
we're
no, no,
gonna
no.
make. I'm gonna make the whole sandwich.
Only if you agree to have a spoonful of peanut butter
Oh,
and
I will.
ketchup.
I'll eat
Okay,
it.
okay, okay.
Yeah, I'll eat that too,
Yeah.
dude. I'm a monster, dude. I'll eat just about anything. I'm trying to think of stuff that I don't like. And right now, I
um.
can't really think of anything I don't. I hate onions, but
Okay.
then like I force myself to eat like a McDonald's quarter pounder with cheese,
Their
and oh my god,
onions are like.
their onions add so much,
I
in my
hate.
opinion.
I hate the McDonald's onion. I hate anything where it's like shredded lettuce. Hate it. It's dumb. I hate the fact that it's like just little bits of like no, no, no. Give me a
I
whole
like the
leaf.
whole leaf.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like a whole leaf.
And then with the onions and stuff, like granted, yeah, sometimes it's frustrating when you get a big onion and you bite down and like half of it comes out. But to me, that's part of the experience. Why do I want little bits of onion just kind of like no.
True.
No, like if you're going to do that, I feel like that needs to be more like in a sauce. Where I feel like if I
Yeah,
had a burger with like little bits of onions in the sauce, oh great. Perfectly fine. Yeah. But if I'm having just a normal burger and I'm trying to have like ketchup and mustard and stuff on it and pickles, like they don't have shredded pickles. They don't have little pickle bits. No, they have whole
true.
like pieces
Well,
of pickle.
relish.
Relish is disgusting. I won't even like.
You don't like
Oh
relish?
no, it's so gross. I don't like it. I can't
Dude,
explain
relish is pretty
why.
good,
I
especially on
just
a
don't.
hot dog.
That I hate it. I don't like it. What do
Really?
you think about sauerkraut?
Sauerkraut's good. I love it on
No, you're
a Reuben
wrong.
sandwich.
You're so wrong.
What? Dude,
Sauerkraut
it's
is
so good.
gross.
It's pretty good.
Oh, my dad
I love it
loves
on a
it.
Reuben sandwich, dude.
I actually don't like Reubens.
Really.
Yeah,
I get Arby's Reuben sandwich with bacon added on, and then I add Arby's sauce, and it's so
I
good.
don't even like Arby's. Arby's is
Dude,
just one of those things that kind of bad experience.
Arby's
I
is
like
so good.
I love their curly fries, right? But whatever oil and stuff they have in it, I feel like it coats my mouth. And then when I try to drink soda, it changes the flavor of the soda. And maybe that's just me, but I
It's
just
definitely just you.
oh okay, all right, yeah, yeah,
You
definitely.
freak! I joke. I joke.
But I do like their curly fries. I feel like Five Guys has the best fry policy, where like just in general, you have McDonald's where it's like a small fry, yeah, here's a tiny little bit. Medium fry, a
Yeah.
little bit more, but pretty much the same amount as a large or a small. It's like everything has like
Yeah.
the same amount. And then you have fucking Five Guys where they're like, "Oh, you want
They just
you
dump
want
it
a
in there.
regular? Sure, here's the massive cup with tons of fries. Also, here's a whole nother scoop." I'm like, "Oh yeah. Bag fries are the
Yo.
best kind of fries, and you're just giving me a whole scoop of them?" Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, I'm gonna change it off topic quick. I'm sorry.
No,
I
you're
was looking at
fine.
your followers. You're at 67.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I'm catching up though.
Okay.
I'm at 59.
Oh.
I feel so. I feel so proud
Hey,
because.
Parm.
Oh,
You just
Parm.
Pika?
Look at me.
He's having a good
Arm.
time. Can't
Give
hear
me
you, dude.
kicks.
What a
Kiss
good kitty
Parm.
cat.
Oh, Parm, kiss.
Alright, Parm, head down.
Now leave. Get out of my face, peasant.
Well, got any last remarks? Any closing statements you want to say?
Um, do research on UFOs. You'll be very surprised with what's been going on recently. I feel like not a lot of people are really noticing it. It's not really talked about. I feel like it gets swept under the rug a lot.
I would agree. Yeah. I feel like a lot of people just don't. They don't pay attention, I guess, enough.
Yeah, because like back in high school, I would talk about this stuff, and like adults and stuff would just ignore it and think it's stupid. But right now, stuff is going on, and something big is gonna happen soon. I feel
Something
it,
big's gonna happen. I don't know about
dude.
that
I
one.
feel it, dude.
I think it's just one of those things where aliens are real.
Yeah.
And we all know that they're real. Government knows they're real. But they don't know what they are. And one day, I think we're gonna find out.
Dude, cryptids too. Gotta do research on them too. I'm telling you.
Really need to fix that mid-morning munchies thing.
I'm gonna keep doing it because I like it. I like it floating around.
I do like it floating around too. It's always pretty nice.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Cryptids.
Yeah, cryptids, aliens, ghosts. Lost
Arby's?
Planet too. Arby's.
Aw. Can't see the kittens, but they're being adorable.
See ya, kittens.
Well, I think it's been nice. It's been nice chatting.
Yeah,
I hope everybody has a good day. Good week.
very good day. Yo, check out YouTube. All right,
Yeah.
people. Check out our YouTube. Mid Morning Munchies.
It's linked in the bottom of the Twitch.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Only the podcast.
Yeah. Minecraft's
Only the
coming later.
podcast bit. We're working on it.
Peace.